You can tell by looking at me, you know, I'm Italian. Like, I think Italian, right? Yeah, when God was bringing my people, he was like, you know what, screw it, no neck. Not enough time for this. You know what, I'm a bit busy right now. He's like, let's just make them all shorter than everybody else. And if they want to feel big, they can drink a coffee in tiny cups, you know what I mean? Like, for Vinny, let's get the build a garden going. So this way he can never do yoga, you know? Well, believe me, I tried. I used everything, the blocks, the bands, the first aid kits, I actually grew up here in Toronto. Absolutely love this city. Grew up here in Toronto, and I was raised in a very traditionally Italian household. Are those for me? Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I haven't eaten yet. I'm just kidding. Yeah, grew up here in Toronto, very traditional Italian household. We were the only Italian family in the neighborhood, and believe me, I knew we were different. Okay? And when I say a traditional Italian household, I mean lived in the basement. All our furniture was Ziplocked. That's how we did things. I don't know what that was all about. And the main floor, that was more of a showroom, really. We weren't allowed out there, except for my dad. So if somebody rang the doorbell, my father would go into the door. It's usually one of those political parties. Yeah. And he'd be like, yeah, just hammer in the sign in the front lawn. As soon as they left, he'd rip off the steaks and use them for the tomatoes. Yes. What else can I tell you about myself? Growing up here, I knew we were different because there were little subtleties. For example, I remember in kindergarten, they celebrated some big jolly guy named Santa Claus. In Italian culture, we don't have Santa. We've got La Befana. She's a witch, okay? And she rides around on a broomstick, and she, you know what she does? She breaks into children's houses, and she puts candy in their shoes. If they've been good. If they've been bad, they get garlic. Yeah, sometimes onions. But I was a smart kid. You know what I did the day before? I would set aside a few tomatoes, some basil, and worse the next day, I got into bruschetta. You know what I mean? Fine, hey. The bad was when I came back. When I would come back from Christmas break as a kid, I'd be there with the other kindergartners, and well, the first thing I should tell you is that we only get cash as gifts. We only give cash as gifts. We don't get cash as gifts. So the other kids were there with their new lunch boxes. I had my, I don't know, igloo cooler. You know, so they wouldn't go bad. And that joke's just for me. And so they'd be like, hey, I got a 10 Rook spin doll, I got this. And Vinny, what did you get? I don't know, about $3,200. And a whole lot of garlic. Now it's actually kind of weird because my wife and I were living in Waterloo. And I don't know if anyone here has been to Waterloo. It's a very, I'm just going to say, a very white community. I am the only Italian in Waterloo. Here I am right here. Yeah. I'm not going to say my entire family is because my wife is actually a Protestant from Iowa. The reason why I married a Protestant from Iowa is because crushing my timeless dreams is my hobby. No, they get along fine. Don't you, honey? No, everything's fine. But it's weird now because now I see my children going through the same struggles I had to go through. For example, nobody can pronounce their names. My children's names are Francesco, Ilaria, and Gianluca. Oh, try listening to teachers butcher these names. I tell you, that's beautiful. The best is during these meet the teacher nights. Although one teacher actually said to us, we actually would like to congratulate you on being such progressive parents. You know, teaching them sign language at such a young age. Who would have thought? Takes a while to get that one. But anyway, my son, though, I'm trying to make him proud to be Italian. Even though he's only half the time, I'm trying to make him proud. You know what I did the other day? He's playing video games now, so I went up to him, I knew nothing about gaming. I go, look, Francesco, the most popular game of all time is of an Italian, Mario. Huh? But then I started thinking to myself, what the heck was going on back in 1984 Japan that they came up with this idea? I want you to think about this, okay? 1984 Japan, can you imagine the boardroom? I have it, Miyamoto. He will be an Italian plumber wearing overalls and he will rid the sewer of monsters. Hiroshima, how many superpowers? Well, these shrooms are helping us. Yeah.